Hello and welcome to Williamson's Ridge. This is Supreme Commander Forge Alliance, a classic game, 3599, and here we got Duris playing his UEF. This is before the Imba Cup. He didn't have too much luck in the Imba Cup, but still played. And we have Matiz playing his UEF, going first ground. So it's a UEF on UEF, looks like 5 P-gens, 1 mass extractor. The mass extractor is on this map really far away, so you really want to pick him up with some NGs. See here, Duris also going 6 P-gens, 3 land factories with the ACUs. The ACU is going to hang out for a long time back at base. No mech marines or scouts yet for either player. First 3 NGs from Matiz as well. A lot of nice chunks of mass here spread all over the map. And of course this map does have the ridge down the middle. It's on a mountain. It's the fastest path between these two bases. There's also an interesting situation here. There's some low ground here, a nice small passage. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different passageways between the 2 players. Now here come from scouts from Duris, as well as a tank, a striker, pushing ahead of an NG. And on the other side we see a lot of mech marines coming in from Duris. Will be spotted by a scout, and an NG is retreated by Duris. But it looks like the scout, this NG shouldn't be afraid, should just reclaim it. And now we see this NG is going to get a PD here, right on top of this hill. For Duris, at least that's the plan. Looks like these mech marines have stopped. They did lose their scout. They're going to hide here on the back, top of this ledge. They will run into the tank. Tank runs away. 3v1. The labs would take the tank. Now we are seeing Matiz going with his ACU down or up the top choke point. And Duris is moving down. So the ACUs are now going to meet each other. We're going to see ACUs versus tanks, and it looks like tanks are going to take out these 3 mech marines. Unsuccessful mech marines from Matiz. Perhaps if he was a little more aggressive with them, be a little more luck. Now an NG here is going to be exposed, and Duris should pick up a kill. Still a couple of tanks here from Matiz. We do see the 5th line factory from Matiz. Absolutely no air. It's going to be a big Tech 1 land spam, and very similar for Duris, except this 6th factory is going to be an air factory. Very similar numbers. We do see 3 tanks, 2 tanks, 2 scouts. But Duris should be able to control this area here. And up on top, Matiz looks like he will move in, kill off this NG before it gets this PD. It's going to be a very crucial attack here from Matiz. And he's actually going to push Duris all the way to his base. There's absolutely no defenses here. Pretty big Tech 1 land spam here as well. There's some very nice group of units here. 3 tanks and 1 arty. Going to take out an NG. For Matiz here behind enemy lines, are going to finally get taken out 4v3. And this is a big push from Matiz. Now he's going to push his ACU here, minute 5, directly into Duris' space. He is finishing up his 5th line factory. He's going to get a PD. Looks like the air factory is going to be postponed, at least for a little while. And Duris is going to push into Matiz' space as well. He's going to take on a few tanks. Going to get a lot of kills here, 5 kills already. He's going to be halfway to 20. First level of veterans. He looks like Matiz is just standing there, sending in his units. Very strange to do, and it is a missed opportunity now with this Tech 1 PD from Duris. It's a rather safe base here, unless Matiz can bring a lot of arty with him, which he does have. Absolutely no action here through the top, except we do see a couple arty here up on this hill. Nice placement from Duris, although they're also vulnerable to the arty here on the bottom. Duris 7 kills, pushing into Matiz' base. Matiz being very careful here. There's good numbers from Duris. He can spam from 5 land factories, and everything is being kept at the base. Now we are seeing interceptors from Matiz. Looks like he did get a 6th air as well. Extremely similar gameplay from both sides here. We see minimal P-gens. See 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 13 pigeons here from Duris, and he's able to make air. Duris at 15 kills, about to get 20. And actually here, this could be trouble for Duris. That's a lot of, maybe 5 more tanks for that group, and Duris would be in a lot of trouble. But it looks like he'll be able to hold his own here now with 22 kills. Up on top, Matiz has been trying to get past this point for the last 2 minutes without too much success. Duris ACU is surrounded with 31 kills, but Matiz is running out of units. He's not really causing too much damage. We'll get him down to about 5,000 health. Duris with 35 kills, about to get 40. Good veterancy for Duris ACU. Appears now Matiz is going to retreat. It's too big of a force here for Duris, for Matiz to deal with, and now we see a group of units from Duris moving out through the middle. That will cause Matiz to push back his forces, keep the pressure on Duris. This could be trouble for Matiz. We are seeing Tech 1 bombers coming out. Not too much flak yet for Duris, and no interceptors being constructed. Duris retreating back to base at 39 kills, and now another push from Matiz. A few kills for that bomber, 4 kills now. And a counter push from Matiz through the middle. And Matiz is retreating. In terms of map control, we see Matiz has most of the top. All those mass extractors. This is a very favorite spot here for Duris. Take out that mass extractor, put pressure on the ACU. Now we are seeing Duris push out. There's a couple of mass extractors as well as radar. Good targets. Duris also pushing. 39 kills, and here comes a bomber. An interceptor from Duris cleans up. So not too much air in this game, but still a little bit of bombing. A couple interceptors for Duris. Whole bunch of air now. 6 interceptors from Matiz over Duris space. He's going to try to capture air. Not too much flak at all. Actually no flak at all, so safe to fly here. We are seeing T2 ground now. Some mongoose from Matiz. He's got a lot of build capacity on this factory. So 4 T1, 1 T2, and 1 air factory for Matiz. Still no T2 from Duris. However, these mongoose are going to face an ACU now with 39 kills. Still 39. They are vulnerable to the overcharge. Notice no power storage and minimal power for Duris, but you can still have your overcharge. Now on the top, a mongoose plus the ACU, 9 kills from Matiz. He's going to push Duris back, and another group for Duris going through the middle. And here comes the ACU. He's going to take out a couple of those mongoose. They're retreating hard. Duris pushing back. The mongoose are very fast. It'd be nice to see a shield here, but it doesn't look like a lot of power at all. So minimal power for Matiz as well. Duris with 10,000 health, being very aggressive with his ACU. And Matiz here now for 6 minutes has been at this one point marching back and forth. Very much a stalemate here between Duris and Matiz. The middle now belongs to Duris. 43 kills. So we got to say a couple more mask extractors throughout this game for Matiz. That's got to be the big difference. Especially these. There's been some trouble here for Duris. That was a great overcharge, 47 kills. Be nice to see a couple NGs, perhaps a T2 PD creep. The mongoose aren't very good against the ACU, as we can see now, 57 kills. Still no Tech 2. $59 kills. Matiz now with 10. This has been just ridiculous. Duris retreating with 60 kills, a lot of health. T2 NGs and a PD creep. That would be great. Or a massive T2 air or something. Something has to change in this game. It's been very much a stalemate. Matiz had the advantage, but Duris just defends better. It's really been the difference. This PD here with 1 kill, but he's still a huge PD. You see a lot of dead units that were left for Matiz. This is an opportunity for Duris to come back. A lot of resources left here. 61 kills. Still a mongoose spam. Shields would be great, but power is expensive. Now we are seeing gunships from Matiz, perhaps a drop or some ghetto gunships would be great. Not too much anti-air for Duris at all. Duris pushing out some T1. Some Tech 2 mass extractors now for Matiz. We also see Tech 2 for Duris, so it's very similar. If we look at reclamation here at minute 14, see 20,000 plus 350 power. Duris at 3,000 plus 250 power. Extremely similar. It looks like Duris still can reclaim a lot more, so one advantage of the defending player. You get more mass to reclaim if you're successful. And now a wall from Duris, very strange. Looks like he wants to separate himself from this T2 force. It's a lot of mongoose. So if you look at our overall strategy, I guess, for Matiz, as long as he keeps on pressure here with his ACU and minimal units, he's got basically half the map. And here, if he builds up a big enough force, he can put pressure on Duris and push him back. And if this is successful here, he can just tech and build whatever he wants. If Duris loses all these mass extractors, it would be a game over, because it doesn't look like anything's going to happen through the top. We're not seeing any kind of actually Tech 2 land now for Duris and a T2 NG, so perhaps a T2 PD creep from Duris would change this game up a little bit. His shield is nice to see. Looks like the air spam is paused because now the shield is taking 100 power. That's 5 of these P-gens, and we see P-gen spam from Matiz. Now it looks like a drop from Matiz directly over the top of yeah, the target it is, but that was a mistake from Matiz. He wanted to target this T2 mass extractor first, but you always want to spread out your drop. And here's a T2 attack now from Matiz, but this wall is doing its job. There's now 67 kills, killing mongoose. Why not just go around and then go into the base? That's probably the question. And now the wall is going to be targeted, and with that much firepower, doesn't hang around for too long. And now a wall in the middle for Duris as well. Looks like Duris is going to move a bunch of units to defend his ACU. And this is what's happening. It looks like a successful strategy for Matiz. Built enough units to put a lot of pressure on Duris. Duris now has significantly less economy than Matiz. Perhaps a couple more T2 mass extractors. No, still mongoose spam, not air spam. One big difference now for Duris, he does have a lot more power than Matiz, so that means he can support shields and perhaps more air. Shields going to be huge. PDs, Tech 2 PDs directly in the middle of Duris' base. These will prevent his main base from being ran over. Mongoose on mongoose fight. You can see these units have the longest range. And a big retreat from Matiz. He did do the job, killed off many mass extractors. Now has an NG picking up mass extractors, perhaps a couple NGs. Reclaiming all that mass would be nice. And now a push from the other side from Matiz. A Tech 2 PD under a shield, that should be good. And now a gun from Matiz. 40 kills, and now this ACU is going to get a lot of kills, 44 kills. Now the mongoose, maybe if you take him along the wall here, get him behind the base. 48 kills, and now he's targeting a Tech 2 PD. Another Tech 2 PD being constructed. Multiple Tech 2 PDs. Now Matiz is retreating with 52 kills. And now we're going to have 2 simultaneous fights, but Duris should be able to hold this one. Plenty of units for him. That's a bit of a mistake perhaps from Matiz, and he does retreat here. Minute 20. Simultaneous attack from Matiz, but it looks like Duris defends well and got a lot of mass for himself. These T2 PDs, for the most part, means this ACU shouldn't go into this base anymore. Still two T2 PDs left. And Matiz now at 56 kills. Still teasing, getting more kills. And now a good shield here. Protect these T2 PDs. So at this point, Matt has got to probably give up on attacking Duris' base with the ACU until he gets perhaps some missile launchers. UEF TMD is very weak, or maybe go all the way to T3. Still T2 and nothing but mongoose for Duris, or for Matiz, and no power spam either. Perhaps a little power here. This is a huge base, a lot of very secure areas, although this is also very secure. Looks like area is being won by Matiz. No flak at all for Duris. A single T2 flak right in the middle of the base. Very effective. And now once again simultaneous attack from Matiz. Moving in on both sides. Duris now with 79 kills. Matiz with 59. Both players one away from the next veterancy, but 20 more kills for Duris. He does not have any upgrades yet. Missile launcher being constructed by Matiz. This is a great weapon on this map, a small map. This is a good target. T2 mass extractor. Another good target would be the T2 land factory. And here's a T2 power generator. This would be the best target until that shield is built. So here we got some scouting. T2 flak. But TMD is very much necessary for Duris at this point. See some missiles now being loaded from Matiz. He can shoot it any time he wants, and the earlier the better, really. It's a pretty massive force. Duris still no upgrades. Got a shield. Double walls for Duris. This Tech 2 PD can't fire past this little bump. It's an interesting hiding spot for this arty. Looks like it's able to fire over the wall and target some of these mongoose. T2 PD extremely powerful on this map. Looks like these missiles, now 4 missiles. Looks like he wants to fire them all at once. Now we do see some scouts coming in. And this right here would be a great target, but now TMD, so a little too much waiting from Matiz, and it looks like he lost his chance. Multiple TMD being constructed. And now here come the missiles. Perhaps this mass extractor is still vulnerable, but this power generator, no. 2 TMDs, no more chances. Actually, that was successful. But multiple T2, you see 4 T2 mass extractors. They're all now safe. A lost opportunity for Matiz, now minute 25. Matiz retreating against some Tech 1. Now we're going to see a pretty big Tech 2 on Tech 2 fight. Duris got a gun, 80 kills. See a lot more kills for this ACU now. Taking on a Tech 2 force, now with a shield. T2 of his own, 81 kills. And he can overcharge. There's some shields coming up for Duris. And Matiz is definitely going to run over this force, but won't make it past this line. And some sneaky stuff perhaps from Duris here, trying to get around. This is a pretty massive push against Duris. This is all blue. 92 kills, he's going to get 100 soon, so it's going to be a massive health boost. Still has a couple mongoose here that are going to be slaughtered. Full retreat for Duris. This is a big push from Matiz, and he's going to push on both sides once again. Duris is basically down to having just his mass extractor at his main base. But Duris now with 111 kills, very powerful ACU, and as soon as this force is dead, Duris can counterattack right away and pick up a lot of mass. This is a successful push, but it's there isn't a really good endpoint for Matiz here. He does move in directly into Duris' base. This could be dangerous if he can take out the T2 PD or T2 power generator. A couple of his T2 mass extractors. Looks like the T2 PD is busy shooting at the mongoose while Matiz walks in. He walks into a bunch of Tech 1 PD. Still very good health, 82 kills. This shield, actually some TMD taken out by Matiz, and once the TMD is taken out, that missile, this missile launcher picked up a couple kills. Duris is quite a bit of trouble. Good attack from Matiz. He really well. If he did not go in with his ACU, Duris would have been able to defend here on the bottom. Tech 1 PD being constructed by Duris. 143 kills. Matiz with 92. Huge loss right here for Duris if he loses it. And now the missiles are coming in. No more TMD. That's devastating. Duris didn't have as much map control as Matiz the entire game. Now it appears that that extra T2 mongoose numbers are paying off for Matiz at this point. Very close here with this shield. If the shield is completed, those T2 PDs and the TMD would still be alive. Duris is going to push against Matiz. His only hope is now a draw. He's got 167 kills, 101 for Matiz, but big support now for Matiz. Try to overcharge a few of these mongoose. Big trouble on the other side as well. Looks like these T1 PDs are taken out. Some arty. No defense whatsoever at base, and Duris, minute 30, is killed by Matiz. A great game here in Williamson. UEF on UEF fight.